pages from the Epstein files. 3.5 million. That's not a typo. And buried in their press release, DOJ explicitly warns that some of these documents contain, quote, untrue and sensationalist claims about President Trump that were submitted to the FBI right before the 2020 election. So let me get this straight. The government is sitting on millions of pages of documents, some of which accuse Trump of things, and they're saying some of it's fake. But they won't tell us which parts are fake and which parts are real. They just dump it all out there with a little disclaimer and call it transparency. This is the game they're playing. Judges get to see everything. Investigators get to see everything. Members of Congress in secure rooms get to see everything. But you and me, we get redacted versions with half the names blacked out and a vague warning that some of it might be lies. And we're just supposed to trust that the people with access to the real files are making the right calls about what we're allowed to know. Here's the thing, though. Even if the public never sees the unredacted files, judges do. And in the legal system, that matters. Because when a judge has access to unredacted evidence, that evidence can still be used to build criminal cases, civil cases, or investigations, even if the public never knows about it. So when people ask, is Trump in danger from these files? The answer is maybe. We don't know what judges are seeing behind those closed doors. We don't know what investigators are finding in those 3.5 million pages. But we do know that some very powerful people are extremely nervous right now. And the fact that a federal judge just forced the Justice Department to fix their screw-ups. And the fact that members of Congress are publicly hinting that powerful men are being protected tells you this story is not going away. Let's break down what unredacted files actually mean in the real world. Most people hear that term and think, oh, it's just some government paperwork with fewer black boxes. No. Unredacted files are the difference between reading a story with half the sentences missing and reading the whole thing. It's the difference between knowing that something happened and knowing exactly who did it, when they did it, how they did it, and who else was involved. And in a legal context, that difference can be the difference between walking free and going to prison. When the government releases documents to the public, they redact them. They black out names, dates, locations. Anything they say needs to be protected for privacy, national security, or ongoing investigations. Sometimes those redactions are legit. Protecting a victim's identity makes sense. Protecting classified intelligence sources, fair, but sometimes, and this is where it gets shady, redactions are used to protect powerful people from embarrassment or legal exposure. And the public has no way to know which type they're looking at because we can't see what's under the black bars. But judges can. Investigators can. Members of Congress with the right clearance can. And that's what's happening right now. The public gets a redacted version, but the people who matter in the legal system are seeing everything. And some of them are starting to talk about the gap between what they see and what we see. That gap is huge. Massey and Cana didn't name names. They can't. The files are classified. But they made it clear that what the public is getting is not the full story. And the fact that a Republican and a Democrat are standing together on this tells you it's not a partisan thing. It's the government is hiding stuff, and we need to know what it is thing. Now let's talk about the redaction screw-up in New York. Judge Berman publicly said the U.S. government agreed to fix serious redaction errors. What does that mean? It means the DOJ screwed up so badly that unredacted victim names and images were accidentally exposed. The agency responsible for protecting crime victims and managing sensitive legal documents made mistakes so obvious and so harmful that a federal judge had to step in and force them to fix it.